Kling AI, a Chinese AI video generator that burst onto the scene less than 2 months ago, has just released its new 1.5 model. Additionally, its older 1.0 model has received an extra feature called the motion brush. But have these updates allowed Kling to catch up with other AI video generators, which currently seem to lead the race? Let's find out. And stick around until the end for a pro tip we'll share with you. We reviewed the first version of the Kling AI video generator right after its commercial release. If you haven't seen that video, here is the link. Overall, we had a positive first impression of Kling. However, since then, Kling's main competitors have made significant progress. So let's see what Kling's new 1.5 model brings to the table today, as we compare it with Runway Gen-3 in the image-to-video category and with MiniMax video in the text-to-video category. For all tests, we used Kling's Pro mode, image-to-video. Let's start with the image-to-video function. We generated images using Midjourney and fed all contenders the same prompt. For comparison, we tested Kling against Runway Gen-3, which we consider to offer the most cinematic results for an image-to-video generation. In the first example, we preferred Runway's highly cinematic shot. Kling's video had too high contrast for our taste, though the animation itself was quite convincing. In the second example, we have to equally price both competitors. Runway and Kling follow that prompt very well, although only Runway followed our request for the woman to be looking out of the window observing the street. The color palette and lighting were spot on in both videos. The third example was clearly won by Kling AI. Runway completely ignored our instruction for a full body shot of a female model walking down the street. This cinematic shot of the soldiers looks good in both cases, though there were minor artifacts in background of Kling's video. In the fifth example, it's a tie. Both videos were equally impressive and followed the prompt well. In a pack shot example, Kling struggled with the desired camera movement. We requested a smooth arc shot, but Kling rotated the camera instead. We preferred Runway's shot here. With Halloween around the corner, let's take a look at the interesting take on Shakespeare's Ophelia by Kling. In Runway's version, Ophelia has clearly passed away, while Kling gave us a breathtaking resurrection. We are not sure Sir William would approve. Our final image-to-video comparison was a success for both contenders. While we enjoyed Runway's shot a bit more, both AI generators produced videos that matched the prompt closely. Text-to-video. For text-to-video, we compared Kling's 1.5 model against the latest hit from China, MiniMax video. MiniMax has earned our respect for reading prompts carefully and producing cinematic shots. By the way, here is the link to our MiniMax review video if you haven't watched it yet. Let's see the results. In the first example, Kling's performance aligned more closely with the initial image we used earlier, while MiniMax offered a slightly more cinematic shot. We'd call it a draw. In a second example, MiniMax followed the prompt rigorously, while Kling completely missed the mark. The shot itself was good, but it didn't match our request at all. Next up, a trick shot. We asked MiniMax to split the screen and have a dog cross from one word to another, and it did beautifully. Kling 1.5 struggled with this task. So we tried Kling Motion Brush, available only in the 1.0 model, and got better results, but the image quality was much lower compared to the 1.5 model. What's the Motion Brush? The Motion Brush allows you to select an object or a part of it, like character's hand, and draw a path to indicate the desired direction of movement. Kling then follows these instructions while generating the shot. You can draw motion paths for up to 6 objects in one frame. Is it a game changer? We tested it by drawing motion paths for 4 dogs, instructing them to move their heads in different directions. It worked! But we also included the same request in the 1.5 model prompt, which doesn't support the motion brush, and it worked well too, with much better image quality. Is the motion brush useless? Not completely. It allows for more precise movement and can be useful for controlling secondary elements in the frame that aren't part of the main action. Motion brush will likely be more useful once it's available in the 1.5 model, which we believe will happen soon. Want to play with it? Stay tuned for the pro tip we'll share later. Here's a quick note for new viewers. When reviewing AI video generators, we focus on the ability to produce cinematic shots. We use precise prompts covering all aspects of the shot, including lighting, mood, color palette, motion, and camera movements. We also specify the type of camera, the lens, the film stock to be used. The results in our videos typically come from our first or second attempt. So is Kling AI 1.5 capable of delivering stunning cinematic shots? Yes, in some cases. The visual quality of its shots has improved significantly, making them more appealing. The animation quality, while good, is on par with its top competitors. However, we found the contrast too high in some shots, which made them less cinematic. We also noticed some artifacts that detracted from otherwise appealing videos. As for the animation quality, we were impressed in some cases, though not entirely blown away. For simpler shots with moderate action, the results were solid, and Kling's responsiveness to detailed prompts was satisfactory, with only a few hiccups. Naturally, we pushed Kling with more complex prompts, and the results were hit or miss. To be fair, no other AI video generator delivered better results when given the same complex tasks. Actions like people dancing or jumping horses still challenge AI video generators, but developers are getting closer to perfection. Verdict. In summary, Kling hasn't outpaced the competition, but remains a strong contender, offering text-to-image, text-to-video, and image-to-video functions in one package. Pro tip: motion brush. When drawing a movement path, ensure the line's length is correct and not too long, as this could place the object in an undesired location. For instance, if you want a man to jump and land in the same spot on the sidewalk, the path length must be precise to prevent him from landing below the surface. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. More content is on the way. See you in the next video.